The trick or treat stick is still there, right? All right, y'all. Welcome to my live. My name is Chappie, aka Tino. I'm headed to the second level in the house. And I popped on the live real quick because I want to tell y'all something. We may talk a while, we might. I see everybody on live today. Everybody doing what they do. And they doing live. So I forgot to do a live too. Good morning. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Excuse me. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Hope everyone has said their prayers and told somebody that they love them and wish somebody have a good day. Oh, there's Cleo. Yes, I'm down here on the first level. There's Cleo. She loafing. Hey, mama. Hey. Hey, baby. How you doing? How you doing, girl? Look at it, acting stank. Stop acting like that. Stop acting like that. Okay, I'll let you go. I let it go. All right. You want to bite me now, don't you? I know you do. It's okay. So I was just on a live with this girl. I have been on live all morning. I put a nice light on for y'all today so y'all can see me. Cause yesterday I didn't even show myself, I don't think. My daughter been collecting these. She got a bunch of them too. From McDonald's Hello Kitty thingies. Cleo, you wanna come talk to me? Now look, Cleo acting stank. But she got attitude now. My daughter came home for lunch and left, so now she's mad at everybody. Cause that's her mama, not my mama. But yeah, y'all, I was on live this morning with the real nice lady. I followed her. I followed everybody. Ocean, Big Lyric, and Pastor Trey. I love him. That dude is awesome. I love when people pray online and talk about the Lord online because that's really all that's we should be talking about. That's the news. That's the good news. Jesus Christ, the good news. So let me go back and tell y'all what I want to tell y'all. Let everybody go ahead and come on in because I don't want to sound redundant and I don't want to sound ignorant like a lot of people do on live. Speaking of which, I got off live with somebody and I flipped up and this girl with a red, looked like a yarmulke or something on her head. This girl, I think it was a girl. It could have been a boy. I don't know. But she was talking. It was talking about his husband and how they live in Thailand and they moved to China. And she was sitting, looked like she was in a cell or a bathroom. But people were asking her to see her house, and she was talking about her house, but she wouldn't show it. She's like, "Oh, we don't do that. We don't do that. That way I'm from." And I asked her where she's from. She said Gary. Now I don't know if y'all know about Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana has a literacy rate like a third world country. It explains that she could not answer a lot of questions that were put to her. So I'm beefing with her actually. If I find out where her page is, I'm gonna shut her ass down. I'm just joking, y'all. We both love each other. People need people, right? But anyway, they were just asking her questions. She went to her house. I thought it was really weird because her thing said she moved from the U.S. to Thailand and from Thailand to China. And honestly, y'all, I think she was sitting on a lie. I think she was actually lying, sitting right in her kitchen down in Rankin, Georgia somewhere. Or she's probably still in Gary. She ain't in no damn China. Just lies. And I think that's one of the things that I do well to expose people in their lives. I ask the hard questions. I ask the questions of... I don't ask the questions if I don't know the answer. I'm like a lawyer. So I asked her a question and she didn't answer it. So somebody else asked her a question and she tried to answer it, but she said, "We don't get down like that. That's just ignorant." And I typed in the chat. I said, "Don't diminish their question. If you can't answer it, just say you don't know." That's what you do. That's what smart people do. So I guess she blocked me and threw me out of her live. I was having fun, but it's okay. And I don't know how to find her. And y'all know people be on a mission. You know, I do a full investigation of everything. So I'm gonna investigate her. I'm gonna find out where she is, and you know what? She ain't worth it. But anyway, y'all, happy Tuesday. Yep. Benedict College alumni. Yep. I went to undergrad at Benedict. Yeah. Go Tigers. Right. HBCU in the house. I'm very proud of it. So I don't really have a whole topic, but since I got on my Benedict College shirt, we're gonna talk about HBCUs. My wife didn't go to HBCU; she went to Mercer, and that's in Macon. It's not HBCU. And then we went to Grand Canyon University together for our graduate school. So she wanted to know what was so different about HBCU. So I explained to her that HBCUs instill pride in us as black people, and me as a woman. They told us about so many, and I mean, different aspects of life that black people were in that we didn't even know. They taught us how to be strong and be faithful and to pray and to love our parents and to help our parents and to respect our elders. Yeah, my major was journalism, and I decided instead of doing my whole internship at one of the radio stations, because I wanted to work at a radio station anyway. I decided to go to an internship with a couple of my friends. Not the whole internship, but just to see what they were doing. A lot of them are going to senior citizen facilities. Social workers were, and some of the school teachers were too, I think. And I just wanted to go along, so I went along a couple of days, and I saw what it was, and it really gave me a lot of insight on what it's like to be elderly. And now that I am getting up in age, I realize that we need older people to teach the younger people stuff, teach them about our history and our culture and about our God, our God. And I have two grandchildren. I want to teach them about what it means to be black, what it means to have that melanin in your skin, what it means to have that magic. What does it mean to be a chosen person of God? What does that mean? What are your responsibilities as a black person? To uplift your people is what I learned at Benedict. To uplift your family. They taught me to make sure I give my kids nicknames so nobody else can call them that. We never refer to our sons as the boy, a boy, because like they said on Good Time, boy is a white racist word. My grandson's, his name is King. And we don't call him boy at all. We even call him Kingston, which is his legal name, or we call him King. Because if you call him anything else besides that, he's going to say, that's not my name. Because that's what his father taught him. And that's not his name. You can't call him boy. You can't, even though I call him my Bing Bing, that's my nickname for him, around the King. He'll answer that because he knows his chappie is the only person that calls him that. Yaya calls him, what does she call him? He has a nickname that my wife calls him too. His daddy has a nickname. His mama has a nickname. They call him Fat Man, but nobody can call him anything but his name. And that's what we learned at HBCUs, is to be present and teach your children to be productive members of society. It was another thing I learned. I talked about my kids yesterday. I'm so proud of my children. My oldest son, he is super tall, super handsome. He has a beautiful smile. He got beautiful eyes, nice hair, a wonderful brain. He's an awesome chef. He's a great husband. I know he's going to be a super duper dad when he does have kids. Right now, he doesn't have any kids. The oldest boy doesn't have any kids. He don't. And like I told my followers yesterday, his wife is a neurosurgeon, brain surgeon, chief of surgery. She's all that. And she runs her own cosmetic company as well, which I'm a stockholder in. Me and my wife are stockholders in her company. So, yeah, we're building a legacy in our family. We are. Me, my son, and my brother, we're chefs. We are chefs. All my children cook their butts off. All of them. They know how to cook. They're not really interested in a whole lot of fast food. They don't. My middle son, he's married with 2 children, and he likes to cook. He really enjoys it now. After getting out of the military, he started his own videography business, and he does music videos in the state that he lives in, and he's known as Big Homie from Rebel Entertainments, and he cooks. And now that he cooks, because he's so our kid. So who else he cook better than me and my wife together? He called us last night at our bedtime while we were in our bed, damn near sleeping, talking about these chicken wings he made with all this batter on it. We don't batter chicken wings. We fry them just the way they are and then sauce them. And when he realized we didn't put batter on them, he was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to eliminate those carbs, boom, boom. Eliminate those carbs altogether. And he makes this macaroni and cheese that is famous. Obviously, it's famous in Texas. But there wasn't any vegetables. But he said last night he promised us he's gonna learn how to make collard greens. So because he likes greens, and greens are great vegetables, and he likes broccoli. I know he knows how to steam broccoli. He's just trying to eat healthy. He is, because that's how he was brought up. That's what he was taught. And I watched this lady on what is it, Facebook, and y'all probably done seen her. I think it's Mama Poo Poo. Yeah, she feeds her kids this fast food every single day. Oh my God, I feel so sorry for those children and their stomachs and their brains. But that's enough of that. I'm not going to sit here and talk about her. Well, my interactions this morning, Miss Kendra was really nice this morning. I know that she follows my page, but she had to get off her live to go and congratulate her daughter from making the volleyball team. So congratulations to Kendra's daughter for making the volleyball team. Hi Ocean, hi Lyric. Who else is in here? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't see y'all coming in the room. I'm just talking my ass off, right? Okay. Nicole, God's child, absolutely God's child. Absolutely. If y'all want to talk about the Lord, we can definitely talk about the Lord. I talk about the Lord all day long because I love the Lord. Jesus is my friend. He's amazing. So, I had an idea while I was listening to the live this morning. I don't know if I've told you guys the story about when I came back to life. So, we're going to have story time, y'all, okay? If y'all interested. But maybe y'all just want to hear me tell my story. So, I have been a chef most of my life. And when I wasn't being a chef, I was in telecom. And I run my own business. I did until I had my stroke. I told y'all about it yesterday. So, I worked for AT&T for 13 years. And I was trying to give them that last 7 to do 20 years. So I went back. I was a rehire with AT&T after I left State Farm Arena here in Atlanta. I was a concert chef, a culinary supervisor, a chef manager, all those good things in State Farm Arena. If you've ever been in State Farm Arena, y'all, listen to my plug, okay? The next time you call and get tickets, or if you go there and get tickets, ask your representative, how can you get tickets for the 4th floor in Share Care? Free food, free drinks once you buy your tickets. It used to be called Atlanta Social Club. That was my club. That's where I put things down at, you know? So, yeah, I got distracted again, y'all. I saw that. Just found out about that. That's amazing. So we're trying to think about going to that show with Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight, and who is it? Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight. I know that Nita Baker ass, because Nita Baker ass ghosted us. And she was in Atlanta at that time, and she just did not show up, and she did never say nothing. So it's Patti LaBelle, that's who it is. Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight, Stephanie Mills, and somebody else. I think we're going to go, too. I think we're going to go. They're my people. I mean, this is music we play all the time in this house. So the last time I've been to State Farm Arena to see a show, it was for my daughter's birthday. She wanted to see Megan Thee Stallion and Megan King here. And because Atlanta is not a safe place, and you know it's not safe, me and my wife went with her. So it was Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla. How about that? Yep, I was up in there. Like this. And one of my friends who was a Jehovah's Witness, she gave me the Fourth Amendment about us taking her there, but it was one show, one time. We're not Megan is not going to brainwash her. Glorilla's not going to brainwash her. My daughter's a good girl. She's not for the streets. Actually, she works for the government. That's what she's for, the government. And she ain't even home right now because she at work. But yeah, she told me that's a Jezebel spirit, and don't take her niece there, and this and that. That's my bestie saying this. And I don't even think my daughter even listens to that music, that those people anymore. She used to love it, but when she gets on something, she's on it, and then she's off of it. Like right now, she's on this. She's on these. So she's gonna have to go to McDonald's a couple times when she get home from work today. She went a couple times the other day, not to get food, but to get the little tiny Hello Kitty thingies. She has a business mind. She's collecting them, and she may sell them. They probably be worth a whole lot of money. She has a business mind. Look at these boxes, y'all. See this? This is all this. See that? And she has something on the shelf up there. She got something on the shelves up there too. Yeah, she's collecting them. She loves Hello Kitty. I don't mind buying Hello Kitty stuff for her. Okay, y'all. So Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla gave an awesome concert. I'm just gonna say that. I had a good time. The food was horrible because y'all know when they had that show, the water had been off. They had a sinkhole in Atlanta, and it was, oh God, it was just a mess. They had 4 or 5 events going on, and they kept canceling Megan's show. And they finally that Sunday we were able to go because we had had tickets. So I told them, wife, they're gonna give us a refund or what? She was like, I don't know. So finally Sunday we decided to go ahead and go, and we had a ball. It was fun. And after that, the next year we went to was to see Cat Williams at State Farm Arena. Can y'all believe he had the lady arranged with him, and she did Afro puffs. I almost fell out my chair. Yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show. He had a lot of comedians that he is trying to, put out or help them and with him. They were vulgar. I ain't gonna lie to you. They were vulgar. Cat Williams was dope though. He was super funny. My wife was like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" I'm like, "Because he's funny." I was laughing. It was super funny. And the food at that show was, it was all right. I don't go for the food. I used to work there before, so I knew once I left there, the food would be garbage anyway. So yeah, it's best when you go there to probably get concessions. I don't know. Everybody that was good that was working upstairs is not there anymore. But yeah, I was done with State Farm Arena because I had gotten a 3rd-degree burn on this arm right here, on this arm right here. It was a 3rd degree, and I had a torn bicep. All at work. Yeah, my whole arm was blue. I was in so much pain, y'all. So I called my wife at home. I told her a hot box just fell on me and Jermaine, another chef. We pushing this hot box, through the arena, past courtside, past the chef's club, and all that. Something happened. I think it was a groove in the road, and I wasn't really holding on to it because his thing to me when we left the kitchen was, "Oh, don't worry about it, chef. I got it. Don't worry about it. You just don't make sure I don't run into nobody." So I'm walking in the front of him, and he's pushing the hot box behind me. So he's pushing it. Cleo, what you doing? Oh, Cleo eating, huh? Oh, I didn't know. I'm here. Something crunching. She's allowed to eat. So we pushing the hot box. And this thing probably weighs 1,000 pounds. I don't know. It feels like 1,000 pounds you're pushing. It had hot food in it. Broccolini. I don't know. Probably some stuffed fish or something. I don't know. Whatever it was. And peas and rice or something. It was all over the damn floor when it hit. That hot box is about 6 feet tall. It has shelves in it, and it has an on-off switch, and you can plug it in. It's a hot box. I don't know if you've ever seen one before. It's hot. It keeps the food hot till we get upstairs. We get upstairs, you plug it back in, and keep the food hot until the show or the game starts. So yeah, it fell on me, and it fell on Jermaine. I thought Jermaine was dead. I couldn't see nothing but his damn feet. I said, "You all right, boo-boo?" He said, he gave me the thumbs up. It's right here. So I moved the hot box off him much as I can because I'm still a girl. I went back to the main kitchen and got some guys, and I said, y'all need to come with this hot box. This hot box. Jermaine is under this hot box. And I think I have a burn. We got to go see the nurse. So they got Jermaine cleared, and I don't know who took me to see the nurse, because I didn't even know the nurse's station was in the arena. I'd never been to the nurse station. I had never gotten hurt before. Never. In 18 months of working there, never gotten hurt. So I went down to the nurse's station. It was like an emergency room, like a small emergency room. They had the little curtains and stuff, and the doctor was there, and she put some salve on my arm, and she gave me I don't know what she gave me, some Tylenol or something, but she told me to go see my physician or go to urgent care. So yeah, they had me out of work for like 3-4 weeks, not be able to lift anything, not be able to do anything. So after that, I had to submit my resignation to State Farm Arena, because being a chef means you gotta lift stuff, you gotta push things, you gotta stand for long periods of time, you gotta do all that. And I know what my job is, and I welcomed it until I got hurt. That part, right? So after that, because a lot of people don't have options, but I had options. Education gives you option. That's another thing too. Yeah, the lady I was on the call with, that live with this morning, who's lying about being in Thailand and all this right here. Her education was not there. Her slip was showing. Y'all know what I mean when I say that? Her slip was showing. I could tell she was lying. I can spot a liar. So anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So because I had my options open after they asked me to resign. I didn't choose to resign. They asked me to resign. When I showed them my doctor's note, told them what was going on, sent them several pictures of my arm, I told him, I just couldn't do it. In the meantime, my daughter had a wreck in her birthday car, a little Kia Soul, a little red one, and they total lost it. She got hit by 2 cars. How about that happened the same day I got that burn on my arm yesterday while I was at work? So it was a good thing I was home when she called, and sitting on the couch talking to my wife what happened at work. I'm like, we gotta go get her. Life was life, and y'all. So they went and got her, and she was crying about her car, and I'm like, we'll get you another car. It's okay, you'll get another car. Come on, get to work, Chappie. I said, you're gonna get another car, don't worry about it. We gotta take you to work, we'll take you to work. There's 2 cars out in the driveway. Me and Mom have a car. So, me and her were home for a little while together, until she went back to work, and she started working at, what was she working? Oh, she had been working at Pelican, the ice cream place. Yeah, because had just graduated high school then. She hadn't even gone to college. Cleo, what you doing over there? Cleo is so busy, y'all. I'm sorry. The Pelican places, they serve ice cream and stuff. She was doing that, and now she's working for the government. God is so good. God is amazing good. So, about my options, because I had 13 years on the book for AT&T at the time, and I had been back working with them several times. I was eligible for rehire. So I did my rehire stuff. I went online, applied for a job, took the test, applied for a job, passed the test, got the job, had my interviews. I interviewed for at home AT&T, and I interviewed for in the office at AT&T. But at the time, I wanted to work in the office because I had already worked from home for AT&T before, and I didn't want to be home sitting on my behind all day long getting fat. So I decided to go in the office. I was downtown in Atlanta at the corporate office on P Street. I thought I was doing big things, y'all. Putting on my little outfit every day and going down to work, parking on the parking deck, going to lunch with my friends. I had missed that. And it was fun. Talking on the phone to customers. Hello, this is Sonia calling from AT&T. Yeah, that's my given name, Sonia. This is Sonia calling from AT&T. How are you doing today? Good to hear it. Have you heard about our exciting new rewards program? Thank you so much for being a valued customer with AT&T. We value your business. That kind of stuff. Lying to people. Lying to people. But that was my job. AT&T wanted me to lie. They want me to do whatever I need to do to get the damn job. And get the damn sale from the customer. So realize when these people call you off the telecommunication companies, they will tell you anything to get your credit card information. And yes, they're writing it down, because I wrote it down. I didn't do anything with it, but I don't know what they're doing. But they write your credit card number down. Be careful and be mindful. But yeah, I was on the phone with a customer one time, and she was telling me, "Oh my God, my cat just died. I can't talk to you." At the time, I didn't even have a cat. But look at God, I got a cat. I told her, I said, "Ma'am, I got a cat too. I mean, if they got a cat, I got a cat. They got a dog, I got a dog. They got a kid, I got a kid. They got a husband, I got a husband. How about that?" And I don't have a husband, I have a wife. Because that was the job. And that made me become a top seller at AT&T. Y'all want to be invited as guests? I invite y'all. I don't care. Talk with me. But that made me a top seller, a top performer. I was able to make PFP, which is a bonus that you get every 2 months. And I love getting bonus. They call me the Adeline Queen. So you call up and you're going to do an upgrade and you don't have an upgrade available, I'm going to do a cross upgrade. That means I'm going to upgrade off your son's line, if he has one, or your daughter's line, your husband's line, your housekeeper line, whoever line, and I'm going to upgrade your phone. And then I'm going to sell you a watch and a tablet. Now, either the watch and tablet are 2 lines, and that's why I was the Adeline Queen. Yeah, absolutely. If AT&T had T-shirts, I'd have sold those too. So I went back to work for them after the whole situation with State Farm Arena. At State Farm Arena, I loved being a chef at the arena. I cooked for Drake. I cooked for Bruno Mars, Cardi B, at the Bud Fest, All-Star Game, all that. I cooked at the Super Bowl. How about that? Yep, sure did. I worked the Super Bowl when it was here in Atlanta. So, don't be impressed, y'all. They just need a warm body at that time. And I had gone to culinary school. And my friend who was a chef there, she was the pastry chef. She was like, "Come on, girl, let me give you a job." Because I was working from home for AT&T at the time. So I left work from home at AT&T and went to State Farm. And left State Farm and went back for AT&T in the office. So, about that. I don't know if the air quality in Atlanta, I don't know what it was, but it was hard to breathe every morning. Downtown Atlanta, I could hardly breathe. Like, it was so stinky down there. It was a bad decision. And the customer stress was really different. People had changed since the last time I had worked there. They were meaner, poorer, if I could say that word. They told me they got to pay their light bill because they were sitting in the dark. Why would they buy a new phone? I didn't have a rebuttal for that. So that was new to me. So I went through that because I started in July as a rehire downtown, August, September, and October the 10th, that same year, coming home from work in that Atlanta traffic. I drove through Atlanta, through Vine City, through, I think, Mapleton, and through through a couple of cities and through Cobb County to get back to Powder Springs. It was a long ride. I drove 40 miles a day to work. 21 one way and 21 another way. And yeah, that was for $26 an hour at that time, which was like 2 years ago when that happened. Maybe almost 3. Because I haven't reached my 3rd year anniversary of the stroke. So I'm coming home from work. And I started feeling sick. I had been feeling sick all day. I had threw up in the bathroom earlier at work. I had a headache, and I was telling my people at work I was sick. And I mean, at AT&T, I don't know if you've ever seen Bernie Mac. I know how Bernie Mac always talk about AT&T don't play that shit with attendance. They don't play that with attendance. I was on a warning already for my attendance. I don't know why. They thought I had been late. I was never late. I never missed any days. So I had to go get that taken care of before I could even ask could I leave. Ain't that crazy? I'm sick going to see the attendance manager, asking her, I'm a grown woman, can I go home? And I go to work for my family. So I'm not going to just leave and get fired and don't have a check, don't have money or whatever. So I went back to my desk like a good little AT&T worker. And I took my calls. Because that's what she told me to do. She said, no, Patterson, you can't leave. You can't. You on a letter right now for attendance. Go back to your desk, take your calls. We got an hour to lunch. Maybe you want to just go home for lunch or whatever. I said, no, it's going to still be a point. She's like, yeah, that's true. So I went to lunch. And that day for lunch, I had Chick-fil-A, I think. I had Chick-fil-A for breakfast and lunch that day. No, I had Martin's that morning. No matter. So finally, it's almost 7 o'clock because I worked 11 to 7, I think was my shift. 11 in the morning to 7 in the evening. And I could not wait for 7 o'clock to come. My head was hurting so bad. So I normally took the stairs to get down to the lobby faster versus waiting for the elevator because it's 1,000 people waiting in front of the elevator on our floor. So I took the stairs with a lot of other people, and that made me winded again. That probably got my heart rate up and got my adrenaline up too. Get to the car. I'm winded. I can't breathe. And then I couldn't really pull the car out because somebody parked so close to me. But I got out. One of my boys came over and helped me, Ken. He's going, Tino, you got it. Come on, you got it, girl. You got it. And I backed on out because we could drive a Flex, and the Flex is huge. But I was trapped between the truck and a little tiny car. It's called a Cooper. Yeah. All this happened the day of my stroke. So I got in my car, sipped my little water, and I headed on out. Still with that headache. Halfway home, I heard something go. I don't know why I did that, but it popped on this side. A blood vessel popped in my brain at that time, must be. I didn't know what it was, but I heard it and I felt it. And mind you, I'm driving through Atlanta in 6 o'clock traffic, having a stroke. And I closed my eyes like it's not intentional. I was like, Lord, please just get me home. I saw my deceased grandmother, my deceased uncle, my deceased auntie, all sitting in the back seat of that Flex. I said, y'all, please get me home to my family, Lord, please. I was so scared, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was so scared. Can you imagine driving with your eyes closed, thinking that you're just about to die at any moment? But I just kept on praying. I popped in my prayer CD, and I listened to that, and I prayed to God, and I just kept on driving home. I said, let me call my wife. So I called my wife. I said, baby, I think I'm having a stroke. She said, oh, no. Do you want me to come and get you? I said, no. You can't come and get me in this traffic. By the time you get me, I could be home. She said, I'm going to stay on the phone with you, okay? I said, okay. So she stayed on the phone with me the entire time till I got to the front door. So I get almost right there at my house. And on Old Lost Mountain Road, there's an accident of some sort. The fire truck out there, he telling me I got to go around. So I got to go around and go through downtown Powder Springs to get home. Why? I don't know. But praise Jesus, I made it on home, y'all. I made it on home. Pulled up in my driveway, got out the car, got all my stuff from work, my coat, my bag, everything. I didn't forget nothing. I got the car keys, everything, all while I was having a stroke, y'all. That's amazing. The doctor said I'm a miracle. So look at me and see what a miracle looks like, y'all. I punched the code on the door and went in. I could smell my wife's chicken all the way outside. I had asked her to make me some chicken, and I couldn't even stand the smell of it. I said, baby, please spray something. I cannot stand it. And I sat down in my chair that I normally sit down when I got home, dropped everything. My bag, my books, my phone, my keys, emptied my pockets out on the on the table. I sat there, and I rolled a blunt, and I had a shot of vodka. Why, I don't know. And my head was still hurting. So I went upstairs. I told her, I said, I'm going to bed. I took some Benadryl and a goody powder. Bad. All these are bad decisions, y'all. All of them were bad decisions. I know that now. I went upstairs, 13 stairs up to the top flat. Our door was right there in front when you get to the top of the stairs. I opened the door, and I fell. And everybody downstairs, my wife and my daughter, you okay? You all right? I said, yeah, I'm okay. I was not okay. That was the stroke fall that you have. And I got up and I got in the bed. And they came upstairs to look at me, and they could see it, they said. I don't know what they said. My wife and my daughter said they could see it on my face. My face was changing, and I didn't recognize them. I didn't recognize their voice. I didn't recognize their hand. My daughter said, I'm calling 911. I said, okay, call them, because I knew I needed to go somewhere. I was feeling too bad. I had never felt that bad before in my life, and I hate going to the hospital. I hate it. But I allowed her to call. She called. My daughter was so worried, my sweet little baby. And she was rubbing the bless all on my feet. When I lay in the bed, they would get me undressed. I tell them, stop touching me. Who is that touching me? Whose hand is that? My wife was like, that's your hand. That was my hand touching me. I couldn't even feel my hand. I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't feel my head. So they came upstairs, the EMS came upstairs and got me ready and got me on the gurney and got me downstairs. Yes, y'all, they did. Took me down them stairs on that gurney to me outside. All my neighbors are outside and I'm in my underwear and a t-shirt, I think. Yeah. T-shirt and my I'm sorry, y'all. I get it from my pastor. He does that kind of craziness. But yeah, it was a sad day, y'all. I remember that one of the paramedics' name was Sean. And I asked him, I said, what's your name? Because I was so scared. I didn't want to be there without my wife and my daughter. I said, where's my family? He said, they're right there. They get in the car. They're going to fall so I can follow you so I could see them through the back window of the ambulance. And it broke my heart because I wanted to ride in the flex with them. And then I told Sean, I said, I need something. I'm getting ready to throw up. He gave me a little throw up thing to put like this right here. And I threw up everything I had. The Martin, the Chick-fil-A, the Benadryl, the Goody Powder, the vodka, it all came out. And I'm sure I smelled like weed in the ambulance. That's bad. That's bad, y'all. I had only been to AT&T for a couple months and I had already started doing all kind of bad habits with them young people. Smoking blunts and stuff. That wasn't for me. So I was in the hospital for 31 days, y'all. I got out the hospital November the 10th. And after that, I had 16 weeks of therapy, physical therapy, because I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't sit up straight. It pushed me up straight, I lay back down. I had that kind of therapy to teach me how to walk. I had, I'm sorry, I forgot. Physical therapy to teach me how to walk. Occupational therapy to get me back to driving or either work. And they wanted to see if I was able to work or drive. And I kept saying, I want to go back to work. And so, and speech therapy. And they say I'm going back. I think I need more speech therapy. I do. So I'm going back to speech therapy probably sometime soon. Probably occupational therapy and physical therapy too. My doctor wants me back in therapy again. Because she thinks I can be 100%. And she doesn't want me to have any pain at all. My whole left side is still numb. Right here on this eye, I can see out of it, not all the time, sometimes. Right here, this ear, a little bit, But I still thank the Lord for being here, for being alive. Because had I died that day, I wouldn't have seen my granddaughter, Amari, who's just born this past March. I got a granddaughter. Y'all see her? Check my page out. Y'all see her. I got a granddaughter and I got a grandson. I got Amari, I got Kingston. God is good. But smoking, high blood pressure led to that stroke. If anybody's smoking out there, them Newports will kill you. Marlboros too. That was my brand. Them blunts, that's nicotine. They'll kill you. A paper is fine. People smoke papers in the 70s. If you feel the need to smoke, that's your business. I get it. I hit something last night, but it was a joint. I do edibles. I do tincture, RSO, all that good stuff. I do it. I have a legal marijuana card from the government. I have one. I suggest if you can get one and you live in Georgia, get one. It changed my life. Even though the doctor thinks I still need therapy. Could you imagine how I would be without my THC? Yeah, that rhymes. How I would be without my TAC. Yeah, that rhymes. But yeah, I'm corny, y'all. I'm corny. I'm a straight nerd. No, I'm a gay nerd, actually. I'm not straight. I'm a gay nerd. But anyway, my wife likes us to be call ourselves queer. She likes queer. And that subject to subject thing, that's the stroke that does that. That's my focus. And y'all wouldn't even know it. I hold 2 master's degrees. One in leadership and one in organizational development and an MBA. Yep. I believe that I'm still as smart as I was before I had the stroke. My therapist says that I have overlearned everything. I don't know what she means by that, but she says I'm super smart. But I don't need her to tell me that. I know that. She can tell my mother that. My mother doesn't know, but I'm super smart. I know that. My wife's super smart. My kids are super smart. You probably are super smart too. People discount you and discount super smart people and people that are intuitive and chosen ones. They discount that. They diminish the questions that we ask and dismiss our concerns. Don't let people dismiss your concerns. If you have a question, ask it. There's no dumb questions. There's no dumb questions at all. I don't know. I took a trick or treat thing up there. I'm gonna take it down, y'all. What I do with it? I don't know. There, it's gone. Okay, y'all. I'm learning. I'm doing stuff. So yeah, we had a nice one for breakfast this morning. I'm posted on my page. I can look at that too. As a chef, I post everything I eat: my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, and sometimes my snack. I do. I'm on a Mediterranean diet right now by my doctor. He said my cholesterol is high, and that's me eating fast food because I don't normally eat it, but I just feel like I want to eat some Burger King sometimes. So I got the Whopper without the French fries, and she still found out I had it. She said your cholesterol is high. I'm like, what? It was a Whopper and some French fries. She said I thought you didn't get the fries. I said, well, we shared the fries. I didn't eat all of them, but yeah, y'all get this sandwich with no fries. We got to stop bigging our bags. That's not cool. People posting all this food, talking about they big in their bag. Don't do that. Don't do that. Any nationality, any color, any what, you don't need to have high blood pressure. You don't. It's not cool. It's not cool to be sick. It's not cool to be on anything. Oh, this lady, Miss Kendra, gave her testimony. I'm calling her Miss Kendra. She's younger than me. She's 52. She said today. I'm gonna have to reach back out to her too. She was good. Her and Pastor Trey, they were good. But yeah, she said it. See, my thought just left. Can somebody remind me what I was talking about before? I mentioned Kendra. No, right? It's all right. But God is good. And God is still in control and in charge of this. No matter how people feel in this season. Because most of the people that live in the United States is where I live. They feel helpless and they feel abandoned. They feel, I don't know. My daughter works for the state. She says that a lot of people are angry about a lot of stuff. They're angry about what's going on with their benefits and everything. It's just best not to be on the benefits. It's like a dope dealer. He give you a free rock or a free hit of coke, and then you want some more, and then you want some more. Now you're addicted. Now you give him your money. Same exact thing. See, I lost my thought. But that's with anything, okay? Hey, Cleo. Hey, little Cleo. Hey, Mama. Her walk is just the coolest thing. Look at my eyes. Yeah. I'm not going to bore you guys too much. Nobody's not engaging with me because this is about engagement. I know what this is about. You're supposed to engage and talk with me. Because if not, I can go ahead and go on. Y'all obviously enjoying it. Everybody popping in and popping out. I do that sometimes too. So I'm about to pop off, okay? Y'all have a wonderful, safe day. Follow me. Follow Pendra. Follow Ella. Folly, your mind is your genie. I don't know. I think I blocked her the other day. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm about to go, y'all, because I think I'm hungry again. I think I need my lunch. And the wife said something about something for lunch. What did she say she's making for lunch? Steak bites? I don't know. I gotta go up and see what's for lunch. I can't remember what she was having for dinner either. Oh, Parmesan air fryer wings. That's what we having for dinner. And for lunch, I'm gonna probably go upstairs and make me a small salad. And keep it healthy. Okay, this is Chappie, aka Big Tino, aka the chef, aka all of that. You know, boozy cupcakes. That's me too. Have a wonderful, safe day. Take care of yourself. Wilson Drake, I'm about to leave. You just came at the end, I think, so I'm about to leave. But you have a wonderful day. Jesus loves you, and so do I. Peace and blessings. One, I'm out.